I just killed this song, fool. Yeah, that nigga dead, fool. Nothing but your murder, nigga. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it to ya. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it to ya. There's a million ways to die, a million ways to kill. So I'ma set an example out of a motherfucker without my steel. Cause I'm like a hungry lion, I moves in for the slaughter, killing for the simplest things, $20 bills and even quarters. I'm like a vampire, nigga, fresh meat, I can't pass it. Walking down the street with a syringe, injecting fools with battery acid. Leaving your mama singing the blues, nigga, I'm bad news. I watch you sink to the bottom of the ocean, wearing cement shoes. When I was born, the doctor twisted up the facts. He said that I was the devil's son, so now I'm having flashbacks. The preacher almost drowned me at baptism, so on the 6th year anniversary of my birth, I had to get him. So call the coroner, cause Lucky Lurch just warming up. Dead bodies are still decapitating, nigga, with maggots swarming up. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it too. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it to ya. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it. Yeah, late in the afternoon, the mailman was delivering. So I threw him in my house, slit his throat, and left him shivering. Just because my social security check came too late, and I wasn't gonna make it to the bank, so we had to meet his death day. One day I'm kicking it with the homies and the neighbors got mad at us, so I threw him in the basement to kick it with my baby Texas rattlers. They shouldn't have told me that the ATF was gon' raid, just because we in the backyard blowing up dynamite sticks and grenades. I called the Domino's Pizza man while watching a football game, and it made me mad after he didn't show up when 30 minutes came. So when the doorbell rang, I fucked them up like the mobsters, while my baby mama still complaining that she got fingers up in her pasta. I went to the speaker shop to get 18s for my truck, but when I got in my ride, I didn't like the way that they hooked them up, because the amp would turn off whenever it wasn't cold. He got in my truck to fix it, I turned up the beat and watch his ears explode. So call the coroner, cause Lucky Lurch just warming up. Everybody's still decapitating, nigga, with maggots swarming up. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it too. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it to ya. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up and I put up my blood, nigga, I did it. Yeah, I make you play tug of war with barbed wire, then pour salt in your wounds and gas on your clothes and start a fire and let it burn for 2 minutes and put it out. Take the pus out the wounds and put that shit up in your mouth. I don't give a fuck about my enemies, nigga, I done lost it. I stick your hands in the freezer until the motherfuckers is frostbit. And then I turn on the heater and watch it thaw. While you agonizing in pain, I simply break your jaw. So call the coroner, cause Lucky Lurch just warming up. Dead bodies are still decapitating, nigga, with maggots swarming up. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up in a puddle of blood, nigga, I did it to ya. Cause murder's a hobby, I'm using a torture chamber and not a Ruger. So if you wake up in a puddle of blood, nigga, I did it to ya. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson, and all of your friends are Prince to school